Investors started the week with some welcome news. Two major mergers were announced, and a deal was reached over the weekend that averted tariffs on all imports from Mexico. That lifted sentiment on Wall Street, which in turn lifted stocks. The major indexes built on last week's big gains, turning in their longest win streak in more than a year. The Dow Jones Industrial Average rose 78 points to 26,062. The Nasdaq added 81, and the S&P 500 was up 13. Bob Pisani starts us off tonight from the New York Stock Exchange.
Stocks were in rally mode on this Monday, with the Dow rising for a sixth straight day, seeing its longest winning streak since May of last year, although the market ended well off the highs. Trade talk optimism once again sparked the move higher after President Donald Trump said the U.S. and Mexico reached an agreement to suspend tariffs indefinitely. Well, it's no surprise the trade sectors led the market higher. Trade-sensitive groups, semiconductors, retailers, industrials, they all outperformed. Boy, what a roller coaster this has been. Remember the highs in early May? We had historic highs in early May. The S&P dropped 7% in the next 5 weeks or so on China trade wars and then Mexican tariff worries. But it's rallied back in the next week. We're up 6% in a week, knocking right on the door of that old historic high for the S&P 500. That's 2945. We did get through 2900 today, though closed below that. That's the good news. The bad news is stocks aren't cheap anymore. They're pricing in a lot of good news. Remember, we do not have a China deal, even though the market is acting like we do have one. And we have not had great economic numbers out of the U.S. or, in fact, out of Europe recently. So weaker global growth is an issue with or without trade. A number of Dow components did hit new highs today. Visa, Walmart, American Express, and Microsoft. In fact, Microsoft broke the $1 trillion mark today in terms of overall market cap. And aerospace and defense names also rode the rally. Names like Lockheed Martin and L3 Brands got a boost from this morning's announced mega merger between Raytheon and United Technologies. For Nightly Business Report, I'm Bob Pisani at the New York Stock Exchange.